Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Libra, please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, Libra, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Boulogne, and she will serve as today's vision board inspiration for the abundance manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, Libra, let's do your tarot card reading. We're going to start by choosing a deck for your reading, and today we are going to go with The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. I am going to shuffle. If you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I'll have the timestamp listed in the description box for you below. All right, please and thank you, Spirit. Libra energies. Messages for Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Libra. Let's do messages for Libra energies. Please and thank you, Spirit. Libra energies. Please and thank you, Spirit. Libra. Messages for Libra. Thank you, Spirit. All right. We'll just do one more. All right. And to start, we have the King of Cups. Okay. Oh, could be feeling emotionally balanced. You could be feeling happy. Oh, we have a Nine of Swords. What's going on here? Could be worried about a King of Cups. But hold on here. Let me see here. Because the way where the King of Cups is falling is in the first house. So I'm feeling like you are using your intuition or happy. But with this Nine of Swords, you could be worried about someone else. You could be worried about a King of Cups. Let me see here. We have the Star. Did I say Nine of Cups? I meant Nine of Swords. I'm not sure what I said, child. Okay, maybe we are happy because, all right, I think that perhaps Libra, what I'm seeing here is like, you might have stress, you may have worries, you may have things that, you know, concern you. It could be with finances, but you're still maintaining a positive spirit. You're still maintaining, basically good spirits, good energy, even though there are worrisome or troublesome things that may be around you. We have the Lovers. And in this deck, it says love. And I always get like your connection with spirit here because like she's leaning on the lion and the lion always represents spirit to me or God. So it's like, you're relying on spirit, you're relying on source. There are trouble, you might be worried about some sort of King of Cups energy. Okay, with the Lovers, it could be someone you're in a romantic connection with. You're wondering if it could be healed. You're worried that it won't be healed. Perhaps you're worried about their values. Something about their values might make you question them, and maybe you believe that they can't be fixed, but you're relying on spirit. And I think spirit wants you to have hope, but mostly for yourself, like I said, staying in the positive energy. I think spirit is pouring out a lot of healing and ministering energy to you. This is when the ministering angels come to you, you know. I think spirit sees you and sees the pain that you might be going through. Because the way she's leaning on this line is like she might have been through a lot. Okay, been through something. Almost like the Strength card here. Okay, and then this like star card is actually looking over this scene, like, oh, and pouring out the water. And even in the Nine of Swords, she's surrounded by doves. So it's like you may feel a little bit stressed or tension, or like you're walking the tightrope, but you're surrounded by angels and you're surrounded by support. And that's probably why we have this King of Cups here, is because I think Spirit wants you to know that they are surrounding you in this time of sadness or worry or stress or grief that might be happening. Again, it looks like it's happening because of a King of Cups or someone that you cared about or loved. Yeah, we have the Six of Cups. Okay, so some sort of a deep connection, someone you felt very deep connection for. Yeah, a romantic connection. This King of Cups could be reminiscing about you as well. Y'all could be at a distance from each other. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, it looks like you might be all in your head about a decision regarding this person. You may have decided to, like, you might be in separation. Maybe you decided to not have contact because you need to figure out with this Two of Swords how you really feel about this person, or where they belong in your life, how you should the value you should place on this person, or if they are valuable to your well-being. I don't know what they did here or what's going on. They're nostalgic about you, but it's also like they're dealing with things from their past, perhaps people from their past, maybe lovers from their past, and maybe that could be the issue. But if y'all are at a distance, I don't know. It's like maybe they are dealing with someone from their past, but they are missing you, and you're wondering if you should even deal with them at all. But this is at a distance. Maybe both of y'all are wondering or worried that this won't come together. It doesn't look like this King of Cups is wanting to be where they are. It's almost just like they have to be where they are. But it's in causing you to be in your head about it and like wondering if you should even deal with this, if this is someone who is even trustworthy. And so it's just causing you a great deal of stress and sadness. And Spirit sees all of this and is pouring out love to you. We have a Page of Cups. One of you could be considering whether or not to reach out to the other. To discuss possibly what's going on in the connection. We have a Page of Swords to discuss possibly what's going on in the connection. I think it's just like needing to come clean and lay things out on the table, out in the open, looking for truth and honesty here, for clarity about the situation. But one or both of you may have a choice like to be made, like how you're going to move forward or if you can. We have the Empress. So I'm seeing here where it's like this person does see you as valuable, very valuable, but also they're dealing with stuff from their past. They could have children with someone else from the past. Then they have to tend to matters regarding that. But all the while, they're still thinking of you. We have the Three of Pentacles. I think you're trying to decide if this person is trustworthy. You're like, is this person collaborating with someone else, like working together with someone else? Is it you know, on the up and up, basically. Like, can you believe what this person says if they come in and say that, you know, this is strictly platonic or strictly business or strictly about co-parenting? The Three of Pentacles is working together, and then we have an Empress, so that's co-parenting with someone else. So this person could also be stressed that if they're dealing with, you know, their ex regarding co-parenting, that maybe you won't see it that way. We have a Six of Swords. Yeah, I'm just seeing like wanting to clear the air, and that is being the solution. I think spirit is also just trying to, you may notice in the coming days that like more playful things happen. If you are yourself a parent, you may have more fun things coming up with your kids, and that can help you take your mind off of this. You know, right now as I'm filming this, Halloween is like in just a couple days. Again, this past, present, or future reading, but you know, just the energy of being able to distract yourself with playful things, um, whether you have children or not, just playful energy. Um, And Spirit wants you to take those opportunities to have that so that you can get your mind off of this. Spirit wants you to really take care of yourself. This is when, you know, it's the real pampering going on. You know, get to the sauna, get yourself a facial, or do massage. Things that like help your body, but also help you relax, you know, taking stress off, because I think this situation is mentally and emotionally taxing or draining as it is. Because you're just weighing so much with this Two of Swords, what you really think is going on in this situation. It's like you're trying to use your intuition, but logic is getting in the way. And I think it's because it's a situation where in the logical, it would be like, well, this is ridiculous. This doesn't make sense. Um, there's something going on here, but your intuition might be telling you something different, and the heart wants what it wants. I think you really love this person and care about this person, but the circumstances surrounding the situation are just, they are unsettling. We have a Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so Spirit is like, wants you to, like, you're in a position to where, you know, even on your own, that you, this is the luxuriating that I'm talking about here, though, with this Nine of Pentacles and this Empress card. It's like right now you have to be alone or separated from this person, but Spirit wants you to take the time to just really indulge your senses with the beauty that is around you currently. Okay, whether that's you enjoying your home more, if you have children, enjoying them more, um, um, like I said, taking care of yourself, the self-care, you know, doing your hair, doing your nails, whatever you do for self-care. But again, like, I'm really thinking like healing of the body, though, like relaxing the body. So maybe warm baths, candlelit baths, careful with those candles, you know, fire safety. But like I said, massage, sauna, things like that, facial, whatever that you do to pamper yourself, because it's really not even just pampering, it's really just like mothering and nurturing yourself, because it's naturally your mind is on this situation because you want a resolution. But right now, the resolution is just to take care of yourself while you can't be in this, while you and this other person may not be together. Um, yeah, it's about learning, you know, kind of who you are without this person, or just getting back to who you are without this person in your life right now. But I do see that this other person is also just as concerned as you are, because there's really nothing, I don't know, it's like they have the responsibility to, what I'm seeing here is like co-parenting. Um, But it's kind of like this co-parenting situation is taking so much out of them. I don't know if they live at a distance or what it is, but it's like they have to devote so much time to that they don't really have time for um you. And so it's like you're basically single. um I'm not seeing here where there is some sort of a commitment here, because this person's time is just like completely wrapped up in the co-parenting situation with their ex or whatever that is. And so it just makes you sad, and it's like you're just having to make yourself happy on your own. But I just see that there are, like, spirit, just take all the nuggets that spirit is giving you and sending you, the little messages that you might get, um and just the playfulness, the opportunities to be playful. Right now it's about self-care and healing, um because you just feel kind of left out, and it's not left out as in like disregarded. It's just more so like there's just nothing you all can do, and so you're on your own. Yeah, here we go with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, nothing you can do. Eight of Swords here. And being stuck in your head. But I see an Ace of Cups here. Let's see. I think there's going to be communication soon. Or forthcoming. Like I said, clarity about the situation. There is love here. It is mutual, but it it might not be able to be expressed, at least by this person. Maybe this person feels like they shouldn't even express it because they feel like they're stuck in this other situation. And so what's the point of expressing it if they can't do anything about it? Um However, I see that changing in the future, because it's like I see that changing in the future because I feel like this person is going to realize or figure out that, like, you can have this situation that you have to deal with whomever it is, an ex or something like that. But it's like, but what about you though? What about your happiness though? It's like, are you just going to, co-parent and never have a life of your own? Or are you going to co-parent and also have a life of your own? Like, what is the point of sacrificing your own future relationships? Like, why can't you walk and chew gum at the same time, basically? So I do see that person figuring that out. But before, they just felt like it was pointless because they couldn't devote the time that they would need to devote to a relationship because they're so busy, like, trying to make sure they're present in their children's lives. That's what I'm getting here. Um, but it's coming at the expense of their own heart, I feel like they're seeing. So I do see this situation resolving in a positive way in the future, though. Hopefully the near future, but we don't know. Everybody's timelines are different. But right now it's just like you focus on yourself though, and your self-care and your healing. Because it's not up to you, and maybe that's what you realize. It's like you have no control of the situation. They got to do what they got to do, and if they feel like that they can't do both, you can't change their mind, or so it's just like, but I feel like it's like, if that's a choice, you're saying in your mind, it's like that's a choice. You're choosing not to pursue anything. You're choosing to stay distant, and that's a choice. And so you feel like it's like, oh well, then you don't really value me because that's a choice. Inaction is a choice, right? But there is love here. This person just doesn't know how they would be able to reciprocate it. But I see that changing though, because I feel like it's not working to just constantly basically be at the beck and call of an ex and their child without them also having something that they love in their life. So, but we will see here. Yeah. Yeah, see, they ended it. But what I mean is it's like they stayed emotionally distant, emotionally unavailable. Um because they just felt like that's what they had to do. Rationally, they're like, this is the logical thing to do. But I see that changing and transforming, um, because I feel like they want to be your counterpart. So we shall see here. But Spirit said, in the meantime, in between time, focus on you, focus on your goals, focus on building up the life that you want. Um, you know, while this person gets their ish together. I'm going to get some oracle cards with this. I'm going to go in with the Loving Messages oracle cards. Oh, cut it right on the twin flame card. How lovely, you know. And the sunglasses, which is perception. And perception is like this person needs to change their perception. Or, you know, I think this is what Spirit might be working on. Both of your perceptions of the situation, actually. Yeah, but I see you focused on yourself and building yourself up, even though your heart might be just a little bit sore from this situation. We have clock, exactly. It says needing time, cycles, and takes time. Time to heal, progressing. So that's what I'm saying. In due time that this person will start to figure out a solution. So yeah, divine timing is at work here. We have death, that's transformation. Grow and transform. See, you're thinking though that this situation is dead. Like this is over, because in many ways that it is over, because in your mind it's like, well, you've chosen, you've made your choice. The Lover's card is here. It's like you've made your choice to not really have me in your life. Like it's like you don't, you're not making it a priority. In your mind it's like, if you want a relationship, you would make that a priority. And since you're not making it a priority, that's your choice. That's how you're seeing it. Whereas this person is seeing it as like, I have no other choice. This is what it is. And neither of you are necessarily wrong at all. But I feel like this, what's the word? This dilemma is, it's going to be resolved, but it's going to be in divine timing. It's like this dilemma is a catalyst for change. We have cut down, cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. So that's where you guys are right now. Yeah, this is like being at an impasse. And then we have the chaser. Fear of abandonment, chasing, and codependencies. Yeah, this is what you're feeling, I feel like. You just feel like this person pretty much abandoned you, for real. Because you're just seeing this as a choice on their part. You're like, well, you can't. And I understand what you're saying. Sometimes when people are dealing with their exes, if they've had kids with them, it's like, it's almost like they're still married in a way, because they still function that way sometimes. It's like, if that person is involved, it's almost just like they still take priority as if they're in a relationship. And you're just like, I don't get that. Especially if you have your own kids and you're not like that at all. It's like we're strictly platonic. We're not enmeshed or anything like that. We do our co-parenting and then we go. So it's just like you feel you're that's how you're taking it. And spirit, that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily it's wrong, but I did say that spirit was working on you guys' perception, both of your perception. This person's perception is that they just there's nothing that they can do. They don't have the time to dedicate to a relationship. And your perception is, well, then you've chosen to not prioritize me. You've chosen someone else. You have left. Um, Neither of you are wrong, but I just see this resolving in some way. Here we have Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation struck by love. See? So, and that's Cupid's arrow at the bottom of this deck, and then the Two of Cups at the bottom of this deck. So, you know, right now, especially with the astrology that's going on, there is a time of us needing to be to ourselves. And again, these are timeless readings, but when you're watching and finding this reading, these energies are significant. There's sometimes where spirit needs us alone, where we're supposed to be alone. This person needs to be alone to figure out what it is that they need to do. They need to think. And you need to be alone to be able to heal, because you're taking this more as a slight. And again, you're not wrong, because it is true to not prioritize something or to be like, well, my hands are tied. That is also a choice, because quite frankly, people can make the time. They make the time for what they want. And that's what you're seeing. But spirit still wants you to know that there is love here, though. That's why we have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. Look, there's a motorcycle. Okay. I just heard a motorcycle or something that zoomed by really, really fast and very loud. So it's like, yeah, this will be coming to a resolution. You might get a contact from this person sooner than you think. Right behind Cupid's arrow is soulmates, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. So I feel like this person is seeing you as that way, or sees you like that, but you don't feel that way because you're like, well, then why wouldn't you make the effort? But they're just like, I can't. So yeah, because you're like, that's not enough. That ain't enough. What? I don't give a damn what you feel. What you feel like? What are you doing? You're like, where's the actions? That's what I'm saying. Like, logically, like I said earlier, logically, you're like, this doesn't make sense. But spirit, your heart is saying something different, and also so is spirit. But it says lacking confidence. You don't have confidence in this situation or this person right now. It says ego and fear and frustrations, self-sabotage. So it's just like, yeah, you just need to take time to heal. You need to take a step back, heal, because I feel like you're at war with yourself, or just like wrestling. Your heart is wrestling your mind, and spirit is working on this situation for you all. So spirit doesn't want you to give up. That's why it says have faith is the very first sentence on this, underneath this deck. And that sunglasses card is back. So watching, looking, perception, and stalking. That means this person has not stopped thinking about you. They have not stopped contemplating how they can make this situation work. And it's just like perception. Spirit is like, there will be a revelation on how this can come about soon enough, but it's not here yet, because it's going to happen in the divine's timing. And so that is the message here. Like, spirit wants you to stand in your, they want you to feel all the goodness about yourself, like, because this could have taken a toll on your self-esteem, because in the house of self-worth, which is Taurus, the second house, is a Nine of Swords. So you're like, oh, well, I wasn't valuable enough to this person for them to make time for me, is like the energy. But spirit is saying, no, you are. First of all, without this person, you're valuable, so don't doubt or question that. And that's another reason why you need to take time to yourself, love yourself, nurture yourself, pamper yourself, make yourself feel worthy, because you are. But also, this person does see your value. It's just that they haven't figured out in their mind how this is going to work yet. So spirit's working on it, though. But it says have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. So like I said, it might It says struck by love. It might happen sooner than you think, but it is on the way. And then it says soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Like this is the one. And even under this deck somewhere, there was an emperor like counterparts here. But like I said, we have 2 of Cups here too. It's just divine timing. It hasn't worked itself out yet, but it will. Because we have an Ace of Cups and then the 3 of Wands. So it's like that's the love coming in at some point here. They're going to get an epiphany and they will be contacting you because they're feeling hurt about this just like you are. But that deep sadness of you and them not being together is what is going to be the catalyst to help them figure out what it is they need to do. But that's just going to take time. All right, Libra. So that is the message that I have for you all today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by this reading. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.